slowing things down actually helps me to speed things up later. Like what you said that one time, it's like slowing down is actually speeding up. Like when you slow down, you're giving yourself that rest and that energy so that
Mm-hmm.
either later that day or tomorrow, I can go ahead and tackle that cleaning and feel good and re-energized to do it. But I think it took me a while to like shift that mentality because
Mm-hmm.
like I felt like slowing down just meant more like stagnancy for me, and it
Mm-hmm.
was easy for me to feel that. But now I'm
Mm-hmm.
like trying to
Mm-hmm.
changing my perspective, and I'm like actually the energy, but it's just like I feel like I want to get back into that space to be able to not just do it whenever people ask me to, but just really feel comfortable because I haven't been for like 2 years. I'm just like, no, like don't,
That's okay.
I'm like,
Yeah.
nobody asked me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, having to tap into the source and
hmm
intuitive guidance and wisdom, it's a lot.
hmm
And if you're not feeling called to do so, very welcome to say no. That's really great
Yeah.
you're able to say no. It's a lot of downloads. You're tapping into your crown.
Yeah. So that's
And
why like
mm-hmm.
I don't think the end goal is to like, oh, feel all the way better so I could just get back
Mm-hmm.
into that. But I know like once I do start getting back into that, like
Mm-hmm.
that's a sign to me of like my spiritual wellness increasing a lot because
Yeah.
like I said, in the year of 2020, we had so much time to nurture that
Yeah.
and like really be
Yeah.
with ourselves.
Yeah.
And I would like to get to a point that I can live my whole life with my work and my social life and family and friends and still make room for that. And then
Yeah.
turning it into that positive affirmation, like that was very helpful to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like while regulating myself and reminding myself of like
Mm-hmm.
what I need to hear in the moment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that was really nice. And then I think reminding myself that yeah, like what the power of my writing really how much it can help me. I just need to do it so much more. Like I don't know what's stopping me. I think there's still like a little bit of the creative block still happening, and
Yeah.
it's like I already know like because it worked for me one time when I was feeling opposite feelings of love and I just began to
Mm-hmm.
write and I felt so much better immediately. And I was like, wow, this is exactly
Mm-hmm.
why I love writing because it's like it's such a very powerful tool for me and I can express myself very creatively through it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I just want to keep integrating that practice more. And then probably like the whole yeah, just like reminding myself like how I'm viewing the cleaning rituals. I think like
Mm-hmm.
knowing it's so connected to my energy, my energy like my
Mm-hmm.
energetic space is so connected to like how I feel and like how I go about the rest of my day because I'm leaving my home, right? And that's where the energy is and how connected that is to like everything else in my life. Because my home is my sacred space, and I think for the longest time I haven't been treating it. I feel like going back to like what part of my inner child are hurting was
Mm-hmm.
really important for me to know and always knowing that I need to keep nurturing. Like even as an adult, it's okay to keep nurturing that
Mm-hmm.
inner child because it's always going to be there, you know.
Yeah.
Like, that inner
Yeah.
child is always there in you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's always healing, you know? Like I don't know if it's ever fully healed, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it is always healing and there's always tending and nurturing that you can have.
Mm-hmm.
I feel grateful. I think like, you know, I'm very grateful for everything that you've taught me during the time that we worked together. And I'm grateful for myself really for doing the work and seeing the results. And you know, like what else? I don't know. I just think this is like this is like hard work, you know, like this inner self work and even like you've seen me cry so many times during the time we
Yeah.
were working together, but it's like, you know, I'm grateful that like I have the opportunity to keep wanting I have the desire and the opportunity to keep wanting to work on myself, you know, and it's like it never ends. And now I know what what steps to take to kind of like keep going in that direction and like what I need to be aware of what's gonna like keep preventing me or like you know stopping me or slowing me down. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like well because you know me like I feel like I'm already like spiritually inclined
Yeah.
when I like learned about you and what you did, I was like, what is Reiki? Like, I don't understand. Like, what would I, and then I was like, what else can I learn that I don't already feel like I know, you know? Um, and I think it exceeded my expectations by like immensely because I feel like you combined a lot of like aspects that I've seen in therapy and then also just like the spiritual aspect. It was like just all combined, I feel, and that was and it was just it's just an entirely different experience. That's why like people, my friends who know that I was working with you, they're like, oh, like is it the same as therapy? And I was like, it's different. It's like its own category, I feel. And I even the way I kind of described it was like it's almost like therapy, but like for your spiritual. I really like the little assignments that you would give me weekly, and it's like it was very catered to just like what I was specifically working on that time. I think that was really helpful and was able to give me like a kind of a focus. And sometimes other things came up, but every week I was like, okay, did I do that part? Like I need to and if I didn't, like why am I not working on that aspect?
Right.
What is the resistance? And like it would help me kind of reflect on like what I am doing or what I'm not doing. And exploring the why, if not. What else? I think I really and also I just every time you gave me Reiki, I feel like I was amazing. Oh, I feel like knowing that I can just reach my higher self and talk to my higher self whenever I want and invite my higher self to a conversation to sit with me and meditate on something. That was really good. Those things, like all of those little practices I told you about, like you taught them in such a way that was so easy for me to understand and also like in a way that like connected with me and actually resonated with me,
Oh,
you know?
mm,
And I think that a lot of that has to do with your aura and just being like
oh,
open. Because you being open made me so open and made it 10 times, it made it flow 10 times easier, you know?